Hello, everybody. We are going to present our poster and our survey about the negative influence of social media on society. Next, please. And these our group members are Abdul Rofiq, Maulana Ainun R, Della Wibisono, Amelia Ryan, Maulidya Salma, and Ariq Al Khasyi. Next, please. We are going to tell you about why we choose the negative influence of social media on society for our topic. First, social media is the most influential things on society. As we know that almost everyone has social media, especially millennials generation. Second, the usability advance of social media. As we know, now social media isn't only uses for communication to other people, but it can use for business, looking for any information, and etc. Third, social media gives a lot of impact for us. There are good impact and bad impact, but we suspect the bad impact is more than good impact. And the last one, we concerned about the bad impact of social media when the users are minors. That will be more dangerous than its users are adults. Next, please. And now we are going to tell you about who will be the sample for our poster. First, we make an age interval from 15 years old and below to above 21 years old. So all age can be our sample. Second, the survey is applies to general public, so it doesn't differentiate anything like his or her occupation, social status, and etc. And the last one, the minimum target is 100 samples. And our result is 127 samples.
I'm gonna continue our presentation and I'm gonna tell you about the benefit why we choose this topic to be this assignment. So the first one, we can find out the opinion from each person about social media. And the second, we can find out how long each person spend his or her time for social media. And the third, we can find out the other benefit of social media. And the last one, we can find out the age distribution of when someone starts using social media. And I'm going to tell you about the method. We're using a random sampling, and the random sampling is a part of the sampling technique in which each sample has an equal probability of being chosen. For example, chosen randomly is meant to be an unbiased representation of the total population. So I'm going to give you the example so you understand what I said before. Like the name of 25 employees being chosen out of a hat from a company of 250 employees. In this case, the population is all 250 employees, and the sample is random because each employee has an equal chance of being chosen. So this is the data of our respondencies. We targeting about the generation XYZ. So this is the result. You can see the diagram, and 10.20%. It's above 21 years old, and it's mean 13 people, and 43.3 percent and it about 55 people and 46.5%, and it means 59 people who are between 15 and 18 years old. And the respondencies and 33.9% it's men. It's mean 43 people, and 66.9 or 84% are women. So, so
So I will continue Rofiq's presentation. Social media currently used based on data obtained, it can seen that the most social media currently used is WhatsApp, about 124%, followed by Instagram, about 122%, then Line, about 104%, Twitter, 77%, Facebook, 18%, and the last three social media are Telegram, YouTube, and Quora, about 3, 2, and 1%. Duration for using social media. Based on the data obtained, it can be seen that there are 11% respondent, which is 14 people that allocate 8 hours of their time for using social media, 21.3%, which is 27 people that allocate 2 to 4 hours for using social media, 19.7%, which is 25 people that allocate 2 to 4 hours for using social media. 39.4% people that allocate 4 until 6 hours for using social media. First time using social media. Based on the data obtained, it can be seen that there are 47.20%, which is 60 people who are using social media when they are in junior high school. 44.1%, which is 56 people using social media for the first time when they are in elementary school. And 0.8%, which is 1 people using social media for the first time when they were a college student, and 1.6%, which is 2 people using social media for the first time when they were working. 6.3%, which is 8 people using social media for the first time when they were working. Activity on social media. Based on the data, most people use social media for communication, about 123%. Other activities that people use social media are for find some information, about 113%, spending free time, about 107%, update their status, about 95%, and for business, about 53%.
I'm gonna continue Lydia's presentation. Now I'm gonna tell about people opinion of social media gives disadvantage to us. Based on the data obtained, it can be seen that there are 55.10%, which is 70 people that define social media as an disadvantage. 44.1%, which is 55.8 people that define social media as a disadvantage of using social media. 20.5%, which is 26 people that define social media as a disadvantage of using social media. Next. Disadvantage of social media. Some people argue that social media can bring disadvantage because it can make people become lazy. Sometimes it can bring wrong information or hoax, disobeying what their parents said, often pornographic sites, fitting certain parties, forgetting the time, tricking other people. We are also noticed about why most people choose maybe. They choose maybe because in the other side, social media also gives us some advantage. So we can judge social media always brings a disadvantage to us. Now I'm gonna tell about social media has potential to lead someone to criminal activity. Based on the data obtained, it can be seen that there are 33.9%, which is 70 people that say social media has potential to lead someone to criminal activity. 58.3%, which is 74 people that said social media has potential to lead someone to criminal activity. 7.1%, which is 9 people that said social media has potential to lead someone to criminal activity, and 0.8%, which is 1 people, said social media has potential to lead someone to criminal activity. People reasons about social media raise the potential for criminal action. Based on the data, many people agree that social media is potentially a criminal act. Criminal acts inflicted on social media are like fraud, making and spreading hoax news, insinuating and causing commission. There is also a criminal act that starts from a criminal video. It causes others to commit criminal acts.
So I will continue this presentation. Social media will make less social interactions. Based on the data obtained, it can be seen that there are 47.2%, which is agree that social media will make social interactions less. 27.6%, which is agree that social media will make social interaction less. 7.1%, which is agree that social media will make social interaction less. 18.1%, which is 22% agree that social media will make social interaction less. Next. People reasons about social media will make less direct social interaction. Based on the data, most people choose agree. Many reasons are given, like social media can mix addiction to them, so that if they meet on each other, they will busy with their phone. Therefore, social media can be said will make less direct social interaction. Next. And unsupervised use of social media for children under 10 years. Based on the data obtained, it can be seen that there are 37.8%, 48 people that totally agree according to the statement, 34.6%, 44 people that totally agree according to the statement, 2.4%, 3 people that totally agree according to the statement, 4.7%, 6 people that totally agree according to the statement, 3.1%, 4 people that totally agree according to the statement. Next. The most recent why respondents do not agree with the use of social media for children under the age of 10 years without supervision. First, children under the age of 10 years have not been able to filter good and bad content. Second, requires parental supervision because it is prone to addiction. And last, it can change children's way of think.
Okay, the government needs to set an age restriction for social media users. Based on the data obtained, it can be seen that there are 37.8%, that is 48 people that totally agree according to the statement, 34.6%, that is 44 people that totally agree according to the statement, 0.8%, that is 1 people that totally agree according to the statement, 10.2%, that is 13 people that totally agree according to the statement, 16.5%, that is 21 people that totally agree according to the statement. Next slide, please. The most reason why the respondents agreed if the government made its restriction rules for social media. First, X restrictions can filter social media use for children, reduce criminal acts to children, minimizing children's dependence on social media. Thank you for watching our presentation. Next, we will show you about our posters based on our topics for our surveys. So here are the poster that we have obtained based on our surveys. From our poster, we can know that social media gives a lot of impact for us. There are good and bad impacts, but we suspect the bad impacts is more than good impacts. Thank you guys for watching our presentation. See you on our next presentation. Thank you.
And goodbye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.